everyone, and welcome back to Star Equestrian. It's me, Dashabella, and this time we are back with Cricket, who is our new Cremello Aussie that we got from our last video. This is a royal horse for anyone that didn't watch the video, and if you haven't watched it, I do recommend because we did a lot of pulls in the last video and we got so many goodies. Also, quick update on myself. I think I'm almost 100% better, guys. I am so happy. I'm still going to take it a little bit easy this time, but honestly, it just feels so good to feel normal again, because before this, I just was a zombie and I just couldn't do anything. But to be able to have the energy to do things, I've missed it. I've missed you all so much. I've missed making videos. I've missed playing Star Equestrian. Oh my gosh, I missed so many things that I feel like I took them for granted. And then when I couldn't do it, I just sat there and I thought, oh my gosh, these things I used to be able to do. I used to, like, sometimes I would loathe it and then I'll be like, oh, I miss it so much. Okay, enough with the rambling. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing in this video. So I felt like for today, we're going to do something a little bit different, and it's a good kind of different if you could tell by the thumbnail. So today we're going to be training one of my new horses, which, as you can tell, is little Cricket here. And you're probably wondering, like, hang on a minute, how do you actually train your horse in Star Equestrian? And I feel like I've made my own method to training horses, and I can actually train them pretty quickly. It comes down to, I guess, time and also what you can do with your tack. And I thought it would be a great time to sort of explain how I do my training, so that maybe if you guys aren't quite sure how to train a horse really quickly, I can give you the best advice that I possibly can. Although I can't train horses on this account as fast as I can on my VIP account, for other reasons which I will talk about. So let's do the stuff here with Cricket. So obviously, as you can see here, Cricket is level 1, completely untrained, and all the stats that we see here, this is all from the tack that I currently have equipped on Cricket. So what this means, right, normally when you have a starting horse, right, it's got like no stats. I think a good example would be my other horse here, right? So this is Quincy, who was the other royal that we pulled in the last video. You can see his stats are atrocious, but it's because he's a level 1 horse. So what we're going to do to train Cricket is I'm going to do my best to equip as much stuff onto him as possible to actually give him the best chance to level up. So the first thing that I did before I started the video was I actually put Cricket in my best and most upgraded ranch, which is my medium ranch right now. So the bonuses I get from the ranch is I get 10% more experience, 10% more from feeding, 10% more EXP for my jump, 5% more experience for feeding again, and then 10 more experience for speed, and then 5 more bonus horse experience. So all this stuff that I get from my ranch, because I've stalled Cricket, as you can see in the bottom corner there, right? I've stalled Cricket in this ranch. I'm going to get all those bonuses. When I fully upgrade my big ranch, there's so many more bonuses here, and I think it's way better for leveling. So when I eventually unlock and finish this, I will switch over my main training horses to this ranch, because this is literally the training ranch. So yeah, I put it on my best ranch for now. I've also put on my best tack, because what we want to do here is we want to compete with Cricket at the highest possible level competition. Now, the reason why you want to do it at the highest possible level is that the higher level you go, the more experience you get, right? So you see the possible rewards on the bottom side of the screen. So you want to have as many rewards as possible, because that means you're going to get more experience the better you perform. So I think Cricket is still going to be able to perform. So this would be his limit, but we're going to do this one. I kind of want the acceleration boost. Let's do this one. So yeah, we'll do this course. It's below the recommended. That's fine. When you are doing these courses, I highly recommend that you guys try to aim for at least 3 ribbons if you can. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention, and I just remembered, is that when you get a new horse, you really want to bond with that horse as fast as you can, right? And the reason why you want to bond with it is because you want to unlock the ability to sprint on your horse. I find it kind of weird that this is actually like a bonding thing. Like, Shouldn't this be unlocked already? Like, is there another way we can do this? But yeah, for some reason we can't. So yeah, I haven't bonded with Cricket at all, so we cannot sprint. So we actually might get a horrible time for this course, which I now kind of regret doing. But we're going to do it anyway together. That is fine. We'll still get experience, and this will definitely boost Cricket when it comes to leveling up his stats, his experience, and all that kind of business. And this is actually where your tack is going to be so important. I think some people don't realize how important tack is, especially upgraded tack in Star Equestrian, because the extra stats can really make or break a horse. And when I say make or break, you could turn a quarter horse, which is technically supposed to be like a sprinting horse in Star Equestrian. You can turn them into a really good cross-country horse if you give them the endurance tack. So you can offset the bad stuff of your horse, assuming that you have the correct tack to actually make them better. Now with Cricket, that my tack set is actually really good for everything except agility. My agility is kind of lacking, so show jumping, I will have to level up manually at lower levels. But honestly, I'm not too worried about it because I think we're still going to get like a really good boost. Another thing that kind of sucks as well is that acceleration leveling in Star Equestrian is kind of difficult because there really aren't any ways to train acceleration outside of competitions that have acceleration experience as a bonus. Because in cross country and show jumping, you will always get speed. In cross country, you will always get speed and stamina. Extra stats for other things are bonuses. And then in show jumping, you'll always get jump and agility. But there's no discipline that will give you acceleration. And look at this, our time is pretty bad. We still got 4 levels, which is good, and we got the acceleration, we got the experience, that was fine. But we could have gotten way more, just because I couldn't sprint. So now that I know that, I just realized as well that we can't like sprint. We kind of have to downgrade our competitions. Hold on, so what's like 499? If I did the best heart side comp, 373. Okay, I'm not sure if we're gonna get the most value. We could try this one. Yeah, let's try this comp. Because I do love training Cricket. Cricket is so adorable. Alright, here we go. Let's go, Cricket! Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably best to do show jumping training with a horse that can't sprint yet, because like, in reality, you can't sprint with a horse unless you've actually spent like 2 days bonding with them, because you can only level up your bond 150 points a day, I think. So to get the extra 50, because you need level 2 bonding. I just remembered. You need level 2 bonding to sprint. Yeah, I guess we're not going to be able to do like any fast cross-country things with Cricket. But in the future, like if you get a new horse, guys, bond with them, try to get them to level 2 at least, and then you can sort of do whatever you want with them. Yeah, I'm kind of learning a hard lesson with you guys as well. But I guess it's also probably because I haven't played for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks of no Star Equestrian, it feels like forever. Right, we are doing kind of okay for time. I think as long as I cut my corners properly, we should be able to make it under time. Because we're running about 30 seconds per lap. So let's do our best to cut the corners. And we're not sprinting either, so it's way easier to control Cricket. Doing pretty good for jumps. Our stamina's not an issue because we're literally just not using any stamina. Alrighty. Jump. Perfect. Good job. And we should be able to make the time pretty easily here. There we go. Well done, Cricket. Level 5. I'm super happy with your performance. And we've actually got speed up to level 5 as well. Gosh, look at those levels. Woo! Ooh, this horse is leveling up. Woo, let's go. Let's do some show jumping, because I do have show jumping levels on this. Okay, let's do this course because Cricket barely qualifies for this. But it's still going to be experience, so that's going to be fine. So I think we can sprint the whole way because we are going to do... Not sprint, we'll gallop the whole way because we do have the stamina. The stamina's not an issue. Or we'll try and sprint as much as we can. We'll probably like slow down at this next jump here to try and preserve our stamina. There we go, nice canter. Alright, over. Perfect jumping there, Cricket. Doing a good job. There we go. Good job. Okay, well done. There we go. Nice and over. And we just hit this corner. I'm going to turn, oh gosh, a bit wide. Oof. Oof, not the best. But we did hit level 6, so that's another good thing. Level 4 for jump as well. Big bonus. Woo! Agility as well. Oh my gosh, guys, look at the bonuses. I love it. Love, love, love leveling new horses. Okay, we can probably qualify for this one. Or can we do the next one? Alright, we'll do this one. This was a pretty long course, but if I'm not mistaken, the bonuses for doing this course is pretty good. We just got to make sure we stay within time. So how this course works is that we need to make sure we hit perfect jumps, we get bonus time, and then we have a better time completing the course. Take it nice and easy, Cricket. You are doing a fantastic job. I really love this horse, guys. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know as well, Cricket's coat, like this particular Cremello Aussie, you can actually buy this horse directly from the horse index for 1,500 gems. So theoretically, I kind of got really bad value because I got a quote-unquote cheap horse. But for me, I kind of don't care because it means at least I won't get a dupe. Because when you do royal horse pulls, the first 20 horses, the game will make sure you do not get any duplicates. So if you buy a horse from the index and then you pull the first 20 pulls, there's still a chance you actually might get a duplicate for that horse. And I'm not a fan of that mechanic personally because I feel like you shouldn't be getting dupes for these kinds of horses because like who wants a dupe unless there's a reason to actually try and pull for a duplicate. Like do they come with different personalities? Like maybe someone wants like a lazy Aussie Cremello, that kind of thing. I don't know how it works, like if the personalities stick with the horse, because the coats are fixed, right? And there's no genders. So are personalities like fixed to the coats or are they random? Like that's something I'd love to know. Level 7! Good job, Cricket. You're doing such a great job. I know we're not getting a lot of money for this, but just leveling up, I feel, is already so big for us. Alright, we're going to keep on moving with these courses because Cricket is doing a fabulous job. Good job, Cricket. Okie dokie. So this one is pretty simple. Not too many jumps, just very turny. We're going to get a jump in, slow down because we have to hit this corner. Lovely, because unfortunately Cricket's agility with my tack set is pretty terrible. Yeah, that's like the bad news with my tack set. Like my tack set is great, it's just my agility is horribly lacking. And I hope my club chest next week actually gives me agility tack, or at least give me a horse that actually levels up agility. Like that would be great. Because so far everything I have is just not agility friendly. This corner, good job. Luckily this is not a tight riding line, otherwise I would have messed up horribly. Perfect. We're just gonna gallop the rest of the way. Beautiful. Still under time, still leveling up. Level 6 jump. Good job, my lovely. Good job. Hang on, how are we doing for levels overall actually? So I think we're level 7, if I remember. So we are level 7. None of our stats are maxed out, which is good. So we are still making steady progress for all of our things. Let's do this next course. Off we go. Let's go, little Cricket. Slow down over this jump. Okie dokie. Perfect. Oh my goodness, this horse is lovely. I'd love to do dressage with Cricket. Like, I bet Cricket would be a fantastic dressage horse. He just looks so handsome, so graceful. I know he's an Australian stock horse, so he's supposed to be rounding up sheep. You can't really round sheep in Star Equestrian, so I'm going to turn him into a handsome dressage horse. I really can't wait for dressage to be added to the game because like it's already been, I guess, teased by Foxy that dressage will be a thing. It's just, yeah, it's not in the game. And I'm kind of wondering, is it going to come out with Bronco or is it going to come out with like a part 2 for Agricola? We kind of don't know what is happening with the dressage. It's just we got the tease a while ago from that trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, do take a look. I think it's like a really, really cute trailer. And if we do dressage with other people, I think that'll be so good for people that love to roleplay dressage teams. I really like watching the Star Stable dressage team videos, especially with how coordinated everything is and seeing like the behind the scenes. I just think it's so cool that there are so many people willing to coordinate something so difficult, right? Because doing things as a team, it's not easy, right? It's not about you just focusing on what you have to do, but you also have to be aware of the people that you're working with, the people in front. Because like for a team sport, you have to make sure everybody looks good. You can't just sit there and try to make yourself look the best because that's not the point of a team, right? The whole point of a team is that everybody looks good together. All right, let's hit this corner. Lovely. Little bit off, but that's fine. Oh gosh, okay. That last jump was terrible. Horribly mistimed. Okay, there we go. Jump. Jump. Okay. Get another jump here. Perfect. Okay, and jump. There we go. One more to go. A little off. It's fine. It is fine. We are under time and we've got some good levels coming in. Oh my gosh, I love training on the Agricola courses because the experience is so good. Like it's just super, super good. It's so good for leveling up brand new horses, and I really can't wait for Bronco because if Bronco courses are going to be difficult, like more difficult than Agricola, experience. And more experience means faster leveling because leveling to 50 is a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. All right, so what I think we'll do is we will do one more course. I'm going to do one more course, but this time let's do cross country. And then we will probably finish up the rest of the video with a couple of side quests, assuming that the game is going to be generous with the side quests. Let's go. Take it nice and easy. Just make sure we are turning properly. Lovely. Oh, I can't see because of the sky. Oof, that was a bit bright. Oh no, I hit a fault. No, that was my mistake. I miscalculated the flags. Not very good. All right, let's just keep going. Following the course, try and cut corners wherever we can. Okay, good, perfect. Jump this into the water. We go for a bit of a dip. Okay, yeah, this acceleration on this horse is terrible. It's like so slow to speed up. Like it's not too big of a problem, but if I'm doing something where I need to really micromanage my speed, acceleration just becomes such a big problem. Oh no, we missed the time. I hope our jumps actually get us up to speed. Oh, fantastic. Okay, whew, we still got the ribbons. That's the most important thing. We still got the ribbons and we got an upgrade in speed and stamina. So I think we've done a pretty good job actually training Cricket here. Well done, little Cricket. I'm so happy with your training. Actually, let's give Cricket a little pet. Because we are also going to bond by giving this little pet. Look at that. What a happy horse. 9 bond as well. Such a good boy. Alright, so let's take a look and see what quests we can do. So there are a couple of Agricola quests. This one is Old Tricks. Vernon has fond memories of courses from his youth but can't quite decide how it went. Okay, this one looks like a competition quest. This one is missing papers. Let's do this one because I actually... Oh, actually, speaking of, so when I was playing a little bit the other day, I found some papers on the ground. And I think those papers are actually what was going to start this quest line. If you're wondering where I found the papers from, I found it under the bridge. Hold on, let me see if I can remember which bridge it was. In case you guys haven't done this quest. It was under here. Yeah, so it was literally right under here. There was like a whole mess of papers. So if you haven't seen or at least done this, definitely go grab those papers. Because I really don't know what's going to happen with this quest. Like if I hand it in, am I just going to get gems? Or is there like something else that we're going to get? Like we kind of don't know. But we're going to find out right now. So where is this person? Right here, I think. There we are. There has to be some way to fix this, right, Gabriel? You know we had the admission papers. Can't you let it slide? I even came here myself. I'm sorry, Jay, but I can't make an exception. If I let Ben join the class without following the rules, how would that reflect on the school? I'll pay double the tuition. So don't be ridiculous. We both know you can't afford that. And even if you could, I wouldn't bend the rules. You should know the kind of school we run here. So Ben's spot is just on? I don't know how I'm going to tell him. He was so excited he sealed each sheet in his own envelope. Maybe if I get him a present on the way home, he'll get over it faster. Okay. Here's the thing. We've got the papers. So I think we're just going to say, I think these belong to you. Those envelopes, they're the same style I brought for Ben. It couldn't be. Can I take a look? This is Ben's application. Where did you find these? Ben was crying so much he couldn't stammer so much as a word out after he dropped them. No, never mind. That isn't important. Thank you, stranger. You'd never imagine how much this will mean to the little guy. Here, Gabriel. If I hand this in, Ben can enroll in your classes, right? Absolutely. So next time, could you place the pages in just one envelope? Okay, we're done. We saved somebody's admission to the school! Oh, that is such a nice and sweet little quest. I know it's such a tiny thing, but you know, these little quests where you do good things for people. I can't mount Cricket, there we go. Like all these little quests that we do for people, it's just such a nice feeling to do them. Okay, hold on, what is this one? Find the notebook. You'll find a notebook in the Redwoods containing vast knowledge of the Agricolan merchant scene. There must be a very troubled owner out there somewhere who relied on their carefully detailed notes. They'd probably reward you handsomely for its return. I'm rubbing my hands, guys, because I have some good news. I know where this book is, and I know where it is in the Redwood, and I'm going to show you where it is in case you haven't actually done this. Alright, Cricket, let's go and show people where this notebook is. Okay, to get to the notebook, I'm going to get you guys to go to this area, which is the fast travel, because it is really close from here. So we go into the Redwoods, and then do you remember the campsite that is near the bear cave? So roughly around that area, there is going to be a tree stump. And next to the tree stump, that is where you're going to find, I think, a book. I've been passing it so many times and I've just left it there because I've been wanting to do it on video. And of course, now's the perfect time to do it. So here it is, through the campsite. So just look for this tree stump and you will find the little book here. Did somebody drop this here? There's no name written on it. Maybe there'll be clues inside. You flick open the notebook. It covers all kinds of business strategies and logistics for trading goods, all in neat and orderly handwriting. It also holds some strong opinions on some of the merchants of Agricola. There's also a diagram showing all of the connections of the merchants. A lot of work went into this, and the owner is probably looking for their book. Starting with the merchants of Agricola is probably a good idea. Looks like we're going to be heading over to the dock, guys. Wait, the dock or just here? Okay, I don't know. Apparently it's over here. I thought it'd be the docks. I thought the docks is where they do all their trading. Apparently I was wrong. Okay, Jenny, you can remember this. Bruce gets his fabric from Taylor and his dye from Ty. Kirk doesn't get along with his customers, which means... if only I still had my notebook. There's just too much to remember on my own. 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Well, I think we have found her book. Oh, thank goodness! I've been lost without it. I can barely keep track of all the businesses in Agricola, let alone how they work. Being a newbie isn't easy in this business. Okay, let's just give her the book back. But wait, you're just giving it to me? Like that? Are you sure? The first rule of being a merchant is that nothing is free. Nothing. I'm not about to let myself owe you anything. So many merchants around the place offer you pretty words and kind deeds, only to bring them up later when they want something from you. Feels kind of gross, right? But that's just between you and me. If you figured out the notebook was mine, you must have looked inside. So you know I'm not a fan of the system here, or many of the people. I want to try and shake things up a bit, but I can't do that the way I am now. I've got to expand my options and climb to greater heights as a merchant. Now you know my secrets. You're perfectly placed to help me. Don't worry though, I know everything is a business, and you'll be paid for your trouble for helping me. Before we get to that, we've got some snooping to do. See, I'm already a merchant of the city, so everyone else doing business has their guard up around me. Makes it pretty tricky to get any info out of them without striking a deal, and it's rarely in my favor. I've wanted to explore some other business opportunities lately and learn more about the kinds of shipments we get down at the docks. Unfortunately, nobody down there wants to give away information for free, at least not to a merchant. Since you're unaffiliated, they probably won't be too suspicious of you. Who knows, if you get some good info, I can always sweeten the deal. Okay, so we need to talk to some people. We've got to talk to Andy, who is, I believe, down at the docks. So let's go see Andy. Alright, looks like Andy is just there over the docks. Finally! Break time! I've been waiting all day for this. Well, we can tell him he's definitely earned it if he's been working. You bet I have. Crate after crate, how much do these merchants need? I know people out of town call them greedy at times. Maybe they've got a point. The reasons we get so much work is they can trust us to keep our gabs shut. Though with the Star Championship going on, shipments have gone up, and we have had to bring on more and more hands. More hands means more gabs. More gabs mean more rumors. Okay, we've got two options, so we can say, I can't believe they'd make rumors about that. And then the other option is they need some weird stuff. They need some weird stuff for the Star Championship. I think we're going to go with the make rumors of that because we kind of are trying to get him to speak, right? Yeah, how'd they even learn about that? I handled all those horse nutrient shipments myself and I didn't tell anybody what was in them. You, didn't hear any of that. Oh, geez, I just had to go and open my mouth. But there really wasn't anything off about them. Got it? Sure, they were all for the Bradwick family, but they can order what they want. I'm done talking though. You're not going to catch me slipping up again. Just keep it to yourself, right? Gosh, this guy immediately opens his mouth and just tells us all these juicy little secrets. Ooh, I think we're in the know. Alright, let's go tell Jenny what we found. Welcome back! Did you manage to figure out what had them so tight-lipped? And we can say shipments for the Star Championship. Well, that certainly makes sense, and it's hardly surprising. But if they're keeping their mouth shut, it's probably something valuable to their client. Either way, I'm not going to make any progress if that's all it is. There's got to be something I can use. Are you sure you didn't hear anything else? Even knowing who's ordering so many supplies would be helpful. So the option we can say is Andy ordered the shipments, it's for the arena, or the Bradwicks are responsible. I feel like it's the Bradwicks because he mentioned the horse nutrients being shipped in. The Bradwicks. That's the kid from the Dragons team, right? His family could definitely afford it. It's probably his mother trying to deprive him any competition. Jenny pulls out her notebook, looking over her notes, just tracing her finger along the little connectors she's drawn between names until it eventually comes to rest on a specific name. Mayor Jane Bradwick. She's probably the one behind this. She does a lot for the city, but she gives me the same icky feeling those other merchants do. Well, I'm not about to go head to head against the mayor herself, but if I just knew what she was investing in, I might be able to snag a share of the market, at an ethical price, of course. So we could say She's buying out all the saddles, cornering the horse nutrient market, and obstacle parts for the event. Obviously, it's the horse nutrient market, so let's select this option. Horse nutrients. It's true we have to import most of those, and they already come at a premium. You might be onto something. If she's securing an advantage for her competitors, it must be those nutrients that have become popular lately. I see. If she buys up all the stock, she'll have an edge and command whatever price she wants. Which means all I have to do is get my hands on some to sell myself. Brilliant! Jenny jots down everything she's learned in her notebook and a whole page dedicated to Mayor Jane Bradwick and her influences. She sure is studious. Perfect! And like I promised, here, something for your efforts. Now, I just need to get my hands on some of those nutrients. Somehow. There we go, all done. 50 gems, 2,500 money, and we are good. I think we did a pretty good job, guys. We did a little bit of training, some detective work. Goodness. And also, we saved a boy's application for the riding school. That's also something that we did today. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for spending the day with me, as well as little Cricket here. Hopefully, Cricket is going to be a champion someday. Maybe not in the cross-country or show jumping ring, but maybe in dressage when dressage gets implemented. I really cannot wait for dressage. But yeah, guys, as always, if you are enjoying the series, do leave a like so I know that you are enjoying this video. The Rancho Rivershine is coming back once I figure out how to fix that. So please stay tuned for that. I'm so excited to pump out so much content for you guys this Christmas, because I know Christmas is the holiday season and sometimes you just want something to watch before you go to bed. But yeah, without further ado, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go lie down and have a bit of a break again, and hopefully the next video we will be better, we will be healed, and we'll be back to our regular content. So thank you again, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta!